Yo guys, what is up? It is your boy Hotshot Gaming here, and today we have managed to get Project Motor Racing a little bit early, and believe I've done my settings correctly on the steering wheel, did a little test run, but yeah, we're gonna give some Project Motor Racing a go. We're gonna start on the single player, so let's go on to this. We're gonna do a career. Now obviously we're going to click new career, and it's going to say welcome to your career in Project Motor Racing. Start your motorsports journey by choosing one of the three containments as your HQ. When making the choice, remember that while all cars and events are immediately available, the cost of cars and entry fees will be affected by the location of your HQ. Events traveled repair costs will automatically be deducted after each race weekend, so keep an eye on your expenses. Be aware that aggressive driving or poor finishes won't sustain a professional team for very long. Sponsorships are the lifeblood of your team. Before each session, select the team that you feel gives you the best chance of survival in this tough, unfavorable industry. Project Motor Racing is the best enjoyed with the career experience options to set to automatic, the slots to completely to 100, and disabled race restarts. Those wanting to customize every element of their career experience, set the toggle option to classic. So it seems like we have to be very careful in Project Motor Racing. So obviously we're gonna create our team name. So we're gonna call it'd be easier to do on the controller quick. So we're gonna call it Hot Shot Racing. Driver name. Yeah, you know my name. There you go. Team HQ location. We are, I guess, Europe. Yeah, I'm just going to. Europe. Yeah. Europe. Rolling ball. What is this? A traditional sponsorship arrangement. You're paid a flat amount per race. That amount is based on the percentage of the car you're racing. Your performance doesn't matter with this model. You are a rolling billboard and nothing more. This is the safest sponsorship model for the racers looking for a potential influx of each. Your sponsorship model allows you to select one of the 8 arrangements. So that is seems like the safest option. What's the other one? Competitive. You're paid a slightly higher flat fee per race that drives from the percentage of the car you're racing, but there's a catch. You're only paid if you finish on the podium. This option is best for consistent racers who attempt great results in the upcoming season and deserve a positional payout balance. Ambassador, a model field for respectful drivers with a paid flat fee per race regardless of your finish position, so long as you bring the car home with no damage. This model is ideal for drivers who expect a great deal of sportsmanship and expect few troubles out on the racetrack. Oh my god, there's so many. Event fees covered. The brand agrees to pay your sponsorship fee at the start of the session, as well as your race entry fee. To compensate for them paying your entry fees up front, the band takes a pretty major cut of your championship winnings at the consists of the session, ideal for drivers who want to pitch above their weight and enter a championship they can't quite afford yet. In the event you win the race, the band matches your earnings, ideal for fans who are winning a championship. In the event you win the championship, band matches your... There is so many on here, guys. Aggressor, pace. I think we're gonna start with the rolling billboard. We're gonna play safe. So we're gonna go for the additional sponsorship agreement. You're paid a flat amount per race, and the amount is based on the percentage of the car you're racing. Your performance doesn't matter with this model. You are a rolling billboard and nothing more. This is the safest sponsorship model for the race looking variety. So we're gonna go for the safe option. So starting budget. Oh my god, professional level. Oh wait, is this the starting budget? So this budget is for players who want to start from the bottom of the Project Motor Racing car industry and work their way up through each class of car as they are a true journeyman driver. Or we can go from this budget is for players who want to start in the middle of the Project Motor racing car industry and immediate access to the game, wide variety of GT cars, and funding each of their variety sponsorships right away, though you'll need to save a bit to access the upper. Okay. Right, we're going to start from the very bottom. We're going to start this journey from the very bottom. So we're going to go with the lowest amount. And then we're going to go for the career experience is automatic. So career experience determines whether you have the ability to restart races and customize AI difficulty. Automatic disables the race restart. Automatic disables the race restarts and locks the AI to 100%. Classic allows. So we're gonna go for classic. We're gonna go for so you can have the races. We keep the races as normal. Let's go for because I don't know how hard the AI are gonna be. 100% it could be fucking hard as fuck. So let's go for 50%. Let's see what they're like at 50. Because I don't know how hard they're going to be, because I think they let us change it, so we'll go for 50, we'll confirm. So obviously we do not have enough money to buy any of these cars, so we're going to have to start from the bottom. I think I've already made my decision. It's got to be the MX-5 Trophy Cup, man. MX-5 Trophy Cup. MX-5 Trophy Cup, man. All these... the GR Super, bro. We got to work our way up to the GR Super. So yeah, I think that's all we can afford is those two. Is those two, yeah, I think that's the budget they're giving us. So you know, we can pick our color, what we're gonna go for. So ooh. I'm kind of liking these two, man. We're going for that. Boom. All right, expenses 82,000. Right. So it looks like we have the MX-5. So entry fee. So these are the events we've got. So entry fee is 10,000. So we got £17,200. The entry fees are different. So Championship Paris. So we're gonna go for the cheapest one. So we have to pay 10,200. So that's going to bring us down to 17,000. So I guess we go into here, and then we're going to be starting. I guess that's it. Here we go. So we'll see what this is like. You know, so it seems like United Kingdom MX-5 trophy because you know we're in the Europe Championships. So what have we got? So we got 10 minutes practice, 10 minutes quali, 8 laps. I guess we can go to the next event if need be. It's 10 minutes quali, so we're just going to go to the next session and do qualifying. So we're going to do quali. So we're gonna do the 10 minutes quali, obviously. So oh, I haven't got pit stops saved. I mean thingy saved, whatever it is.
Clear.
So here we go, starting the race. Well, starting quali, my bad. We'll see what the AI like. Because obviously I've got to get used to how this car performs and how the game performs. So I've always seen the like in iRacing and stuff like that, like the MX-5 little championship races, and they actually look pretty cool. I do kind of like the look of them. But we've adjusted the steering wheel settings a little bit. And I can feel the back end a little bit. Oh damn, I can feel that back end. Oh, back end, whoa, 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 whoa. And the ABS is pretty insane too. So I think we're going to be starting our lap.
You're on the clock now. This lap is counting.
Okay, cool. So the good thing is we've got a guy obviously speaking to us, which is good. I do like that in these simulator games when they do tell you if I'm off the clock. I don't know if it's going to tell me in the actual race if I'm going to have a driver next to me or whatever, you know, like on a set of Corsa and whatnot. That kind of put me off that did. I can definitely fill the car, the back end with the traction. I think the traction's set to like automatic. I think I've left everything sort of like on automatic. So like I think it would either adjust the traction control for me or whatever it needs to be. I don't know. I need to look into it a little bit further. But I can feel the car, which is pretty good. Like the steering wheel is like inputting me like off the road and the bumps as well, which is pretty good. Which is what I like, you know. I can feel the track on the steering wheel, which is a good thing. I do like the feel of that. Unlike Rensport, there wasn't really much of that, which was pretty good. The guy doesn't.
We're top of the board on pace right now.
Okay, top of the board on pace, so that's good. The only annoying thing is, it doesn't really tell me. I'm not hearing like if there's a driver near me or next to me. I don't know if there's not really an indicator that tells me at the moment, but that could be because we're in quali. We've not actually done a race yet. So I'm hoping we're going to see like the little barriers of when, you know, the players will be left or right, or whether my race team will tell me. So, because right now we're not seeing that in qualifying, but he is telling me, which is good, of, you know, we're on top of the leaderboard or who's getting what. So don't forget, this is the first race. So first race not too bad. Second seems to have a 123. So he's pretty close to us. Just checking on that difficulty, you know, because obviously you know, I don't want it too hard, but you know, I want it pretty challenging at the same time for the good game experience. Got to get used to the game and stuff. But I've adjusted the steering wheel settings before coming into the campaign. And
guys are going to be gunning for us. Quickest car right now.
Alright, yeah. So he has gained a bit more pace. If I adjust the settings on the force feedback, I do feel the car a lot more, which is very good. I can have like stable control of the vehicle, which I might adjust a bit more of the settings, like the traction control there. I might need to just adjust the steering wheel sensitivity in the game, like the force feedback in the game a little bit more, because I did pin it down a little bit. I have adjusted it also on the steering wheel as well, which does make it a little bit better on the boost, but I might have to just adjust it a little bit more in game. So but right now the game doesn't feel too bad. It feels quite nice to play. Definitely, you know, if I boost up my force feedback a little bit more, I can definitely, you know, feel the car when going over the apexes. And then feel that force as I'm going over bumps and stuff on the steering wheel, which I might need to boost up after. So we've got a better time again. We've gone down to a 119. AI's at a 121. That's not too bad. And the good thing is, when I was looking at this game, you know, when they were releasing the trailers and saying about what you can do in this game, especially like when we eventually do go online, is the good thing is, when they were saying you don't have to focus on every single like category of cars. So they were saying like you can work your way up in certain categories of vehicles. So you ain't gotta like get top of everything. You can just work on different stuff, which I thought was pretty cool. So, you know what I mean? They're just not focusing on one thing, they're focusing on multiple things, which is pretty good. Is that my radar up there telling me how close the driver is? Up in the corner there? I'm not too sure what that red thing is. I can definitely feel the back end, which is very nice. So, I generally don't know if... So, TCS... Ah, there we go, I can see that. TCS is on free, ABS is on free. And considering how low the TCS is, the back end, like, you can still feel the back end, and that's pretty mad. Like, I could imagine if I had this, like, really low down, what it would be like. Like, I can definitely feel the oversteer if I really oversteer it. And the other thing I like about this as well, especially with the campaign, is like, I like the fact that they give you choices of what you can do in this game. So like, you know, if you don't want to be like me, starting from the bottom, playing it safe, you have that option. Like, you could just go in with like the expensive option, go in with the risk that you want to take, but then with that big risk, with the sponsorships, you could potentially end the career right there. When I was looking at like the trailers for this, and they were like, your career can get very expensive very quickly, like, that was kind of like, that's cool. You know what I mean? Like, especially with me starting on like the low end of the journey, you know, we're starting with like hardly any money. We're gonna like, you know, pay our way into the events and stuff. Not crash our car, otherwise that's gonna cost me a lot of money, you know, especially if I was picking like the hardcore option. So, and especially as like if the difficulty is like very like, you know, depending on where we go on the difficulty, you know, picking the safer option of the sponsorship is going to be very nice, because obviously if this difficulty is a little bit too easy, obviously we're gonna bump it up. So, you know, to have a bit more of a bash
60
experience.
seconds remaining.
So 60 seconds left of this quali. Let's see what this is like, and then we're bumping to racing. So like I said, we got a 1 minute 19 seconds. AI's got 1 minute 21. So. See how this goes. So this might be the last lap, or we might have one more. We might get one more lap in. Hopefully it's not like Ren Sport, when after you know, you get over the lap and it's like 15 seconds, you get like at least one more lap. But Ren Sport doesn't do that. They have to, you know, cut you under the bus a little bit here. But this is cool to have the Mazda MX-5 Cup. So overtime, we got one more lap by the look of it, or is it 2 minutes left? 2 minutes left of overtime. Okay, so they should get that, be enough time to get the lap done. So, because I remember seeing like iRacing and seeing like the MX-5 Cups, and that was pretty sick. So I'm hoping multiplayer is going to be really good on this. I really do, because I want this game to have potential, especially for the, you know, console, because, you know, we don't us console players don't get many like very good simulator games like this. So I know obviously PC you get a lot more, and you know, for us console people, we want that, and obviously Ren Sport is not quite there yet. So let's see if this is going to end now. So oh yeah, it has ended. Returning to pits in 60 seconds. The car's going south now. So we dropped down to 118 on that. So over.
That's P1. Absolutely fantastic. You nailed it.
Thank you. So let's go to the next session now. The next session is the race now, so like I said, I'm hoping there's gonna be a setting that will, you know, tell me if someone's near me. And this is pretty cool. It's giving you like, you know, a little bit of show of like who's in the top parts of the grid as it's going through, which is pretty cool.
Good luck, mate. You can do it.
Alright, so it gives us a little indicator there. Right, so annoyingly, I'm not seeing indicators of when it tells me AI is near me, which is quite annoying, or whether there might be a setting to have a look at that. Because right now, I have no idea where this dude is, and I don't know the buttons for it. So, because all I see is like the little map radar, and this that can be changed. So I might have to look up how to, because if I'm online and I'm trying to see who's on my left and on my right, I can't see that right now. All I can see is in front of me. Oh shit! Slow to 60. Why slow to 60? Track limits. Oh, I have to slow to 60? Right, that's see, this is annoying, because there's got to be because I cannot see cockpit setup. Cockpits, hang on, let me have a look at cockpit setup. Camera movement, seat position. Okay, so I can adjust the seat position. Exit without doing that. Seat position, hooch, display, visual mirror, penalties, That all comes on. Hooch layout. Enable snap to grid. Previous next. Well, that's annoying because it's not.
Get ready, mate.
See, I have him saying stuff to me, but the annoying thing is, I can't see who's near me. This is really annoying. How am I supposed to know if he's to the side of me? Like, why is there no radar there? I would ideally like a radar. There's got to be a radar. There's got to be a radar. There's got to be a radar. Well, so far, guys, if there's no radar, that is a bit disappointing. Because obviously, myself in cockpit. Yeah. I don't know the buttons on where to look, so which is kind of annoying. Unless, like I said, it's on top of that radar situation, like right in front of me. I don't know if it could be that, and if so, I do not like that. If that's the radar thing, which is on top of the middle of the map, where it tells me if the driver is near me. But right now, no, so this is different. That little radar thing up there is different by the look of it, so. But yeah, that's kind of annoying if there's no radar, especially for someone that's in cockpit. That will make it quite annoying. I'm not gonna lie. So I believe this race is what, 13 minutes? And we might, I think we're gonna have to boost the A up a bit. So probably like each race, I'll boost it up like 10%. But, well, not up from like 50 to 60 on, and see how the AI seem to be. Because when I'm out in front, you know, it seems like I'm winning a bit too easy on this one, as you can tell, now that I'm in front. But, yeah, like I said, guys, if there's no radar, I'm going to be quite disappointed with that. There's got to be a radar. There's got to be. I cannot see there being a radar. Yeah, that everything in that middle bit is, nah, totally different. So I might have to look at that, find if there's a radar on here, because especially for online, that's going to be pretty annoying. And I like having my cockpit view quite close, not too far. Because obviously if I need to boost it back to look at mirrors, it's going to be a bit annoying, but... Is it 13 minutes this? Oh no, it's 8 laps, it's 8 laps, there we go. There, I've seen it up there now, I'm looking around. It's 8 laps this race. There is no timer. There is no timer, okay. Yeah, like I said, yeah, I might need to...
The car behind isn't making any ground. To maintain your pace and keep leading.
Okay, so it tells me pace and stuff, which is not too bad. But I'm gonna have to find a setting, or if there is a setting that has vehicle radar, because every game seems to have it. Well, most of the simulator games. And I'll be quite disappointed, like I said before, if there's no radar on this. I'll be actually really surprised if there's no vehicle radar. Whether I need to change it, or whether it's not on here, obviously I don't know yet. I can't predict that yet until I try and find that. But right now, I can't seem to see it. And that will be pretty annoying, or pretty tough, if I don't have the radar. And, you know, if it's not on multiplayer, that's going to be more of an issue, especially for quite a lot of people that drive in the cockpit view. If they don't have that, you know what I mean? It could cause a lot of crashes. So, if we don't have the radar. So, but yeah, we're definitely going to have to up the AI, because we're like, what, 12 seconds ahead? So, we are making it look a little bit too easy. So I always like to play it safe down the AI, because I don't want to get proper shitted on. You know what I mean? A lot of AI can be very different when you bump and shit onto 100%. But we will bump it back up, because they're a little bit too easy. I don't think I can even say they're a little bit too easy. I think they're really fucking easy. You know what I mean? We're driving in the sunset. But as I can see on the game at the moment, as I'm playing it, the game feels a lot better than Rensport. 100%. The game feels a lot better than Rensport. I can feel the car going over the apexes. I can feel the car as it's about to spin out on its back end. Obviously, you can adjust the TCS and the ABS if it lets you, but you can adjust that. So if you want to have a bit more, you know, less traction control to get out of the corners a lot faster, you can do. But yeah.
Comfortable lead now. Second place car isn't gaining ground, so keep it up.
Sensitivity of the actual, like, steering is a bit light. it's not too bad. That's where you'll probably have to adjust the, you know, the sensitivity and force feedback on the actual wheel itself. That plays a little bit of a part. But overall, it's quite nice. I think it just, you know, obviously, right now as I'm playing it, if I can't find this radar, it's lacking radar. Which I'll be surprised if it's not in this game. Very surprised. Lap numbers remaining 2. So it tells me on the side. Gear shift down. Like I said, I felt the vehicle's back end starting to slide there, and it was pretty easy to recover. Not too bad. Even when we had that crash before I restarted the race, we had, you know, it was not too bad to get it back on the track. I thought I was gonna lose it though. But yeah, obviously. Oh my god, I'm yawning now. Too far out in front. But yeah, it doesn't feel too bad. Like the car feels nice. I can feel the car. Just, you know, a lot of, obviously adjust the settings if you get the game. Adjust the settings. Because it felt really light to me. I always like my steering and force feedback to be quite tough. I don't like a light steering car on my wheel. Like to have that massive force feedback, you know, get the wrist strength up, you know what I mean? But yeah, obviously we are caning the AI. So we're definitely going to have to boost that up, as you can see. It seems like if you go off track, or if you possibly do a penalty, you have to slow down to, I think it's like 60 kilometers an hour.
White flag's out. You're in front. Finish it off.
And then just stay to your left or your right. You know, obviously not to crash anyone else, otherwise you'd be doing another 60 seconds or 30 seconds, whatever it was, second slow down time. Everyone has different weights. See that slide there? Managed to easily recover that, which is quite good. Obviously driving in manual as well. And I think another good thing about this is we're going to test it out in a second, and I hope it's not like Ren Sport and you have to turn it off, is the quick downshifts. It's a little bit, You can do it pretty quickly, but there is that shift protection there a little bit. As I like to call it, shift protection. So yeah, that was quite nice. That wasn't too bad. Obviously the others are still racing, so we probably got to wait for that. So finished in position 1, you've earned £22,140, dollars, whatever you want to call that. So yeah, so that wasn't too bad for the start of the game. So obviously if we're going to career, let's do this. You know, statistics, so manage team, so we can manage stuff. Obviously we can't change now. Races, Mazda MX-5, so, you know, hopefully we can adjust. So obviously, you know, we're in round 2, so obviously the selection body requires us to have a race ready car at the start of the weekend. To attend the next event, repair the car at the cost of 1,400. So we've had to repair the car, as you can see there. So obviously we sustained a little bit of damage on it. I'm just trying to see where I can adjust the AI. So would it be in the race? Standings, settings, no, that's just camera and stuff. Standards, vehicle setup, drive, or quit. Are you sure you want to quit? Yeah, just quit out. Hopefully that hasn't fucked us over, I don't think it has. No, so that's took us out. To go into that, you just press into that, so... but yeah, begin event. But yeah, I'm just trying to look for, guys, if there's the... Because surely you can change the team statistics. No. Expenses. Ah, career settings. Here we go. So, can I not change the career settings? Car career settings. No, so it doesn't seem like it lets me adjust the career settings yet, unless I can only do it at a certain point of the game, or after the championship's done. That's when it might let me change the settings after that. So that might be when the only time we can change it. So because obviously we're in this career, we've picked this career, so this is why it might not let us change it at the moment. So career settings. The career experience determines whether you have the ability to classic. Wait, so automatic disables the race restarts and locks the AI difficulty. Classic allows the race restarts and allow for full AI difficulty. Yeah, so why can I not adjust the settings of the difficulty then? It must be after. I must have to finish the MX5 event. That's what I reckon it is. I must have to finish the MX5 event, and then before I do the next event, it should let me change it. So I reckon that's what it's going to be. And then I'm going to see if there is a radar on this or something like that as well. But I'm going to leave it at that, guys, because we're getting quite far into the video. So I hope you enjoyed this first little video of the game. Stay tuned for more. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. And peace out, guys. Thank you.